Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome back to some more Death Must Die. So you know who I haven't played yet? I haven't played Nixie, like, at all with the new update. So we're gonna give her a shot. She's very much, let's see, let's take a look at this. The one problem is we don't have a whole lot of adept offers, but we might have some experts. We also get boon upgrades, which is nice. Rarity offers, oh, so 50%. Okay, so we'll be able to upgrade some things. Let's see, what's the other one? Luck is 77%. It's not quite as good.
1 foot in front of the...
It's not quite as good, but it should be fine. Crushing attack is fine. I think we don't want crushing attack specifically, but we do want mountainous might. So I'll snag that one. The big AoE should work. I think what we want is Summer's attack. Though I could also potentially roll like
Curious.
I think we want death. Oh, I was gonna go for a summon build. That's what I was gonna do. I'll take it. Let's go for Soul Stealers. Because we've got a decent amount of luck here. What's the last one? I could go for Crom or Summer. Ooh, both of those are good.
Time.
I don't think we want time. The effects of your strikes last longer is kind of good, but no. I don't think we want winter. Okay. Decent attack damage, decent attack area. I don't hate it. Yeah, let's go for it. The knockback's going to be kind of helpful against certain things. Gives me a big hit radius, and we can get the daggers, probably. Okay. We also have a lot of HP, and we've got... Oh, I'm on fire? I'm not on fire anymore. Okay. One of the enemies must have burnt me. Yeah, we've got pretty good knockback, actually. There is a world where we go for, like, a weird slap your foes into next Tuesday build. It's something to consider at some point. Now, unfortunately, I think we are just rolling on the most basic difficulty. I was thinking of turning it up, but also Nixie has, like, no talent points, so I probably shouldn't do that. Not yet. Our damage is, like, we're feeling good. I'll have to turn things up a little bit just so we can get some more legendary items. But that can wait till later. Okay, so let's see what we got. I want to get Chains of War, but I want a rare version. I think I'm going to get the Blood Swords. And we're immediately... Ooh, that knockback's feeling pretty good. Chains of War. 16%, but it's going to be higher than that. Yeah, I just want to see if I can whip it good on this round, maybe. Lose the dash recharge, gain the damage. I'm still curious if that's a additive or multiplicative bonus. I'm wearing a full set of gear, right? Yes. I always gotta double check. Dash damage. Isn't amazing. Let's see. Influence, lifelink, fear. None of these are very good. I'm gonna get rid of influence, because that's worthless to me. Let's do an alteration. We only get one cast. I think we want to grab Rock Hands. I don't actually plan on using it, but this gets all casts out of the build. Plus, it actually synergizes reasonably well with what I'm trying to do. And yeah, I'm going to try and be a little bit more judicious about my usage of high. A little bit more judicious about my use of banishes. So I like the extra experience. I think I'm going to go for lifelink for now. I don't think I'm actually going to spec for it since it doesn't scale that well in damage. But I might as well have it. so I can banish it. Because that's kind of the goal here, is like pick up some good upgrades that are fine on their own, but get rid of them so we don't have to worry about them again. Sacrifice a random blessing, no thank you. We've got way too many good things right now. If we were on a crap day, then maybe, sure, but this is anything but. Okay. Banish the blood swords. Do we want potent knockback? I think the only immediate problem with potent knockback is... Nope, doing it. Okay. Do we want to upgrade my rock? Not really. I think I'm just going to banish rock shield because I don't want to use it. Let's go for attack hits in a wider area. And we don't have the ability to boost that up to master, but expert should be good enough, at least for a while. The music has stopped. I might as well mention there might be some background noise. Hopefully it won't be too much of a problem. I don't think it ever has been, but it's one of those where it's like, eh. Sometimes I have to record when I'm doing the laundry, and that's not fun, but whatever. Our entire goal here, to some degree, is to get the biggest whip chains that I possibly can scale. Because I want to see if I can really whip it good. And there's a couple of different ways to do that. We're somewhat reliant on RNG giving us the right shrines to go for the really fun build. And then also, hopefully, Nim to actually give us the correct passive. Where the heck are the shrines? Dang. Oh, there they are. I almost wish there was like a way to zoom the map out and be gone. It's laser cat girl time. I feel like Nixie would be the only character that would care deeply about the laser cat girls in any way, shape, or form. Like, everybody else would be like, yep, that's something to kill, and I think Nixie would see it as an affront. I don't know why. Maybe Maris. It just feels like Nixie would have opinions on laser cat girls more than anyone else. But it would be really funny if it was Kront that had opinions. Okay, well, on the plus side, we are doing a bang-up job ripping the laser cat girls. Movement speed could use a little bit of work. But yeah, we do a lot of damage. Maybe we do get rock hands. I want to get these two, but not at this level. I could go for the reroll, but no. I'll get some more slap fists. They're good. I can afford a couple of upgrades and things outside of my usual purview, maybe. And we want we want strike area. We do not want power area of any variety. And we're strong enough that we can slap those guys out. Let's see. Do I want more soul stealers? Sure. At some point I'll have to go for the Nixie, super evasion build. I mean, it doesn't have to be Nixie. I don't actually think any of the characters currently have any builds centered around evasion. Avalanche has armor, which I'll have to work for. I've seen a couple of armor pieces that have like in the mid-hundreds. Okay, I can't banish fear. We are out. Like, do I want more soul stealers? The answer is no. Not really. We want this. Attack hits have a chance to create a chain, rotates around you, so extra damage, duration, and area. Because the goal here is to slap as good as I possibly can. I'm feeling very shrine deprived here. I think I'm just gonna pick a different direction. This is kind of why I wish there was like a map you could pause, pull up, and be like, oh, that's where all the shrines went. But that doesn't exist. It's been a while since I've seen a shrine, right? There's one. It's not even a good one. Well, at least we've got the slaps down pat. The one immediate problem with this character is mostly just the fact that we currently do not have a T2 weapon. I think that is going to hold me back. I think we're going to make do. I just don't know if I'm going to win. Okay, now we're finding some. The problem is it's all the temporary boosts and some other stuff. Ooh, shoot. These are great. Let's do Outreach this time around. I could go for Earth Spike. It's good. And, you know, I'm going to go for the regen. Silly as it is, it's just we currently have 69.69 regen. And that's nice. Run away, he says, as I slap him into 7 different states. I think that might have actually been the easiest, quickest kill I've had on that lad. But yeah, it's a bunch of like bonus damage, bonus evasion for a short period of time. It's like, no, give me the one that makes my big whippy chains even bigger. I wish to whip it even gooder. Cobalt, more gold. Still not sure what happens if you specifically ignore him. Presumably nothing, but you never know. And oh, this one's good. Dash recharge or cooldown reduction. Chains of War don't have a cooldown. It's really just rock hands. So dash recharge speed 100%. Yeah, I'm sleepy. I had a really annoying dream last night, but it's one of those where I don't remember what it was. I had another dream where I was like designing t-shirts. That was 2 nights ago. I was like, yeah, finally, I've made like t-shirts I can be proud of and like I wanna produce and wear. And then I woke up and I was mad because I'd spent all of this time sleeping and dreaming up these cool designs that I could not remember. I remember one of them and it's like, I hesitate to call it like one of those like shirts with a just giant Japanese character in the center, but it's like really not actually that cool, and I don't think it said anything. I don't know Japanese.
You know,
Okay. Area. Let's just keep going. Strikes have a bigger area. The real ideal is to somehow get these chains up to master, but and actually, the rupture is doing a decent chunk of damage to them. An ancient weapon, some just crappy boots. I don't think that is an ancient weapon. Here we go. Status damage or luck. I think I'm gonna go for the luck. The reason being is I want Chains of War to have as high of a percent chance of triggering as possible. The one problem is I'm whipping it so good that we do actually whip enemies away from me, which means I end up whipping it less good as a result. I think it's fine. It's kind of mesmerizing, to be honest. Okay, strikes have a bigger area. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep pushing that. I will not be happy until these strikes are so big they cover the screen. Yeah, that regen is fast enough that small amounts of chip damage is not actually that bad. There we are. Please be size. Dang it, strike damage. I mean, I'll take it, but it could have been so much more. Okay, more rock hands or more attack area. I think we're gonna go for attack area. Reason being mostly centers around the idea of being able to hit more enemies. Hopefully means more whip.
Hi again.
Okay, and well, that just seals the deal. Is a 1 run. I think I do need to raise the difficulty level. I had some people being like, no, you should be playing in Act 1, and I'm like, that's boring, though. And now we're getting to the point where actually Act 2 is maybe getting to that, like, hey, maybe I can beat this regularly. I think it's just a matter of figuring out how to pigeonhole the characters and which abilities are actually worth focusing on. I'm still gonna stand by my statement in the last video. I think going tall is the way. Okay, yeah, I think we go for the shurikens. I'd like to keep pushing Chains of War, but if I get shurikens, that gets us our next strike, and even more rupture, which is good.
War.
And now we should be able to just upgrade all of them. Hopefully we can get some really silly equipment that modifies strikes in fun ways, like mega AoE bonuses or duration. Because if Maris can have the one staff that increases summon damage by like 150%, what would happen if I had like strike AoE by even 50% as like a native thing? We're already slapping like a decent chunk of the screen. I can only imagine how goofy that's gonna get if it gets bigger. Okay. I really like that, actually. Unfortunately, Nixie's native attack area, base attack area, is pretty limited. I love the idea of potentially getting it so high that she functionally has a ranged attack, but the chances of me actually getting that are kind of low. I'm going to keep pushing the luck because 35%, yeah, it's not a huge amount. Yeah, I might as well grab blue items here. There we go. But once we get rolling, we really do just, like, destroy anything that we're nearby. I'm curious to see how we're gonna fare against the Insect Queen. It's probably going to be a really mean situation. I might even be able to just wreck her in spite of her, like, healers.
Soft.
Okay. Earth Spike, Master, thank you. I don't necessarily want to focus on it, but it is here. I think I'll go for chains and size whenever I get the chance, just so I'm not, like, just doing the same build that I did last time, but... yeah, the extra knockback... let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna keep going for this, just because those are some huge earth spikes. So I think at this point the only thing I need is probably the sickles. Oh, at least we're getting my luck up. What are we up to now? 39%. I'm getting there. 20% on that one. I don't think I have a whole lot of luck-based abilities, but the ones that use luck, use it a lot. Let's just, yeah, Earth Spike. Yeah, it's like a little bit of background noise. Hopefully it's not really that noticeable over the game music and my commentary. Okay, what else we got around here? Seal of Precision. Oh, and Insect Queen. The nice part is bosses are kind of captive audiences. Okay, so the answer is no, should probably kill the minions first. Bye. Okay, there you are. Sir, come back. I'm noticing like half a point of regen is very much enough to nullify most meaningful damage. Which I'm actually super happy about. Like, we didn't even, like, we were taking some hits there, and we didn't even need the big red heart. Or the exceedingly ill-timed well. Okay. I'm only level 25. This is a good run. Do we roll for Sickles of Mort? I think so. Or I could go for execution. I wanted to take a look at execution. 58% drop chance, so yeah, it's more experience. Guess I might as well grab the deserted well, seeing as we are here. Okay, keep backing off. Don't do anything too risky. Luckily,
up here,
most of these go down quite quick. Can't do... I could do Mayhem in retrospect. Do we just do Sickles of Mort? Yeah, you know what? It's fine. We do have God Boon upgrades. Though what I'm really hoping for is we still find that one thing that lets me upgrade them to Master. I don't know if we're going to get that lucky. Master Blessing damage. Yeah, at this point, Master Offers aren't even going to help me too much. I have pretty much everything I asked for. Like, it's weird. This run is just... Normally I'm fighting... normally I am fighting RNG. Today, this run is just like, here you go. Have fun, Chief. Reminds me of Brian David Gilbert video. He did one about making eggs recently. He was talking about missing getting like egg sandwiches from places in New York City. And he said one of the things that he remembered that like really made it taste better was that the guy behind the counter would respond like, you know, here you go, boss, at the end of it. And that stuck with me. Because Rupture does more damage for every consecutive instance of damage. Sure, might as well snag it. It's stuck with me specifically because, like a week after watching that video, I had an IKEA delivery, effectively a new desk for Shell, so she could actually have like a good workspace. And the delivery guy like dropped it off and got the signature and whatever, and had specifically called me boss at the end of it. I don't exactly remember the line. And nobody had ever called me boss before. I mean, it's not exactly a term you encounter too often, but it was weird because it was just like, you know, have I just missed this up until now? I don't know. But also, yeah, it does feel kind of good when just somebody says it just kind of after doing you a solid, or I guess in my case it was just a delivery, but it still felt good and it was weird. Do we want Bloodlust? I think so. As much as I'd like to keep putting points into Chains of War, I should not. Is there a laser cat girl? Not anymore. Does this build have a decent amount of armor? No, it actually doesn't. It really is just that really high health regen doing a lot of heavy lifting. I still think the Earth Strike probably does too much damage compared to most other abilities, but it's not that my other abilities are actually that weak. We'll have to see when we get to the end of this, but it does feel like the super chain slaps are actually rocking at the moment. So we could give them Shuriken some Pierce. I think we don't care. You are luckier. Serendipity really isn't that helpful in this situation. Okay, damage, area, duration. Area! Everything is bigger now. How do you like my big whips? Okay, we are actually taking some damage here, so that is a concern. 700 squares? Wait, no, that's its base. What's its modified? 2,000. That feels good. What's his modified damage? Still only 520. Yeah, we could use some more upgrades that modify strike damage.
You mortals have...
I don't want any of these. Earth Spike, Rock Hands. Like I might as well just pick Rock or Earth Spike. Let's do more damage to enemies above half health. I'm still hoping to. Ooh. Whatever, I'll go for the experience per second. I can heal that damage right back again. I don't think the experience per second is going to help me, but the... Man, I wish I had actually started with that. That would have been nice. Wow. Ripped him. Let's keep getting that damage up. Yeah, it does not scale as much as I'd like it to, which is a downer, but whatever. Sickles of more, big damage. And this is the build I've been trying to go for who knows how long now. It feels really good, and I'm happy I've pulled it off. Ah, there's just a well up here. Oh, right, we also have lifesteal.
Death is not the...
Gosh, I forgot how goofy broken this build is. Because, yeah, we got 2 really good legendaries on top of everything else. Is that really going to be the... you know what? 4% strike damage. I will take it. Where are ya? Excuse me, sir. I got a slap whip with your name on it. Where'd you go? Come back. How dare you run away from me? I want to commit violence upon you. Dash damage. More damage to bosses. 10% damage bonus. Get back here. I can't hit you from that far away. There you are. Oop. Okay, let's just go here. Drop these. Probably just drop a bunch of blues that aren't very good. That should be enough. That should be fun. So we got some red items from that, so I probably should have no trouble boosting up difficulty here. The real question is, do we want to stick with Nixie? We could. I think my only immediate problem is there's only so many things that I can do. Oh. Did I not pick up experience? No, this must have been it. So what do we want? Alterations are good. Attacks have a chance to crit, but that's small. Strikes do more damage is great. Attack damage increased. Let's see. Attacks have a chance to apply poison. Experience pull area increased. Oh, attack critical hits apply infinite rupture. Excuse me. Yeah, infinite rupture, plus we will get up to a, what is that? 40% chance to poison things. Yeah, that'll be good. Poison enemies move slower for each stack applied. Poison status effects now stack. Yeah, that'll be good. Attack crits have a chance of instantly killing things whenever you pick up gold. Chance to crit is increased. Deal more damage. Enemies that have a status on them. That, yeah, a number of these are going to be extremely powerful together. It's one of the builds I want to focus on. Dashes have a chance to trigger a Poison Nova. That's good. We lose some of the regen, which is kind of suck. But the Poison Nova itself is not terrible. Just gonna get rid of everything that is blue that is not interesting. Oh, I had a common in there. Oops. Yeah, I don't care too much for any of these. Let's see. Yeah, that extra luck actually has some pull. Power area experience gain? No, it's not that good. It's really the question of this. What else do we have? More damage to bosses. Life and regen. That's not actually as good as I thought it was going to be. Attack damage, attack crit, attack speed, more adept offers. Life and luck. You know, no, I'd rather have more luck. I like the idea of that, but on somebody else. Probably not this guy. That is actually kind of a bad ring. What else do we have? It's about the same. Because the life and luck is not terrible. I don't know. I'm torn. Too many options. Many of them are kind of okay. None of these are immediately like, hey, this is for this character. We haven't actually done the Kront build. Do I want to do that Kront build? He's got a bunch of strike projectile count, which is something I think I need to play around with. He also needs a new axe. Oh yeah, because that's only attack damage and attack area. And some damage. Yeah? Like it's the Sovereign Frost Nova amulet. That's doing it. Yeah, actually a number of these amulets are pretty good. That's that strike bonus. Damage attack. Let's see. Yeah, he's got a lot of area, which is working for him. We probably could actually do that absolutely nutty build we just did. Oh. This one's tough too, because 90 armor is like, how do you say no to that? The 3 experience per second is good. It's really good. Let's see. 123 armor. I think I'm gonna grab it. I think I'm gonna get rid of that. As good as that experience per second is. Oh. In retrospect, I think we might want to give him this helmet. So less master offers, but one of the things I want to do, specifically for Avaron, is stack as much armor as I can onto him. Because that actually, there is a build there as well. Let's see. Unfortunately, I don't think any of these really give armor. But I might want to keep an eye out for it. And just make him the tankiest sucker that ever did waltz around. Okay. So let's go back to the original question of, do I want this? I don't think so. The extra legend offers are kind of nice, but everything else about it is okay. Do I want this? The adept offers is nice, but actually not that good. Nor is that. Okay. So what do we want to do instead? Well, I haven't done a Scotty run in a little while. We need to get her some luck. I guess it's actually legitimately quite difficult for me to do so. Who ended up with my luck belt? There it is. Okay, so now she's got a little bit of luck. So this time around, we want to go for fire elementals, fire, frost, and skeletons.
I want to see deaths.
There they are. Okay, immediate banger frost wolves.
As cold as...
Don't want her. She's got some goodies, but we don't want her. Now, the one thing is time does have the ability to boost summon damage over time. If we get that early, that's really good. Because the other thing I could do is ice time. Yeah, maybe I'd do that. I'm just gonna grab Vortex and then banish it. Get that out of my list.
A world without...
Beautiful. None of these are the summon I'm looking for, which is unfortunate. Let's go for the Soul Stealers. Sickles of Mort are good, but if I want to be summoning more skeletons, this is the way. Unfortunately, we don't have enough banishes to like really do what I want to do here, but we'll get there. Okay, and I should just pick a direction and go.
Death.
Okay, force. It's not bad. I think we want it. Namely just because our pickup range can't be that amazing. And we're going to be kind of strapped for experience here. Due to it. No, let's just do more damage to enemies. I guess, do we have much for healing? No life regen. Okay, let's get the summoner. So extra damage over time. Considering we just started this run, that's 19 minutes worth of procs. And if we can upgrade it, that's going to do... I almost double my summon damage, probably with minimal upkeep. Minimal investment. Yeah, let's see how the army of good boys responds to so much of this. The one thing is speed. I would like to get it so that my good boys are quicker. Have them really have almost no travel time if possible.
Winter.
I don't know if that's actually something I can get, though. But we'll find out. I can't check. I'll pick it. So what are we at, chance-wise? Actually pretty good across the board. Heck damage, no max life and armor. This is not a build where we're attacking. We'll do it, but it's not really my forte. Luckily, the basic skeleton trash mobs aren't really much of an issue. Okay, more frost wolves. I want to see how many frost wolves I can get. I'm hoping we can get the skeletons and the birds as well, but I mean, if we get a master level, that'd be even better. But the goal to some degree is to just have so many frost wolves that surround my enemies. Let's see. Okay, we were going to banish Vortex. Get that out of the way. Grab Force. We should probably pick a attack. I guess it would be Warp Strike, probably. Get that out of the pool as well. Yeah, I wish my dogs were faster than me, and hello. I mean, you know what? I'll just get Chilling Strike. It's not really the goal, but kind of hard to look at that amount of damage boost and say no. But yeah, I just want the Dags to be faster than me, so they can race ahead of me and just rip everything to shreds. And it might just be one of those that's not really doable. But if we're lucky, we can get them to surround bosses and just bite them to death and freeze them in the process. Okay. Nope. I keep trying to attack my own dragon, and it keeps messing with me. Okay. Right, there's that genie ring I should put on at some point and see what that does. More frost wolves, obviously. Every time we get it, we get extra damage and more wolves. I will not be happy until this entire screen is dog. I don't know if I heard Shell snort as a result of that. Neither of us are super keen on dogs nowadays. Not even like hating dogs necessarily, it's just a lot of bad dog owners. And that unfortunately just reflects poorly on the pooches. And so it's one of those where it's like dog barking is
Winter.
It can trigger us just a little bit of like, yeah, that's not great. We had a neighbor that would release their dog to go to the bathroom at like 4 in the morning, like maybe 10-20 feet from our window, but they wouldn't actually like take it back in, so the dog would just stand there for 15 minutes barking to be let back in while they were, I don't know, doing whatever the heck they wanted. Effects of your strikes last longer. Like, some of these would be neat, but no. Influence, I want that. How does Cursed work? Damage skills, 250 from damage bonuses instead of 100. That's actually kind of good. I like the fact that status effects are even better against bosses in this game. That is rare. I guess I'll grab Mayhem, just because. It gets it out of the pool. Maybe we can get it upgraded. And it gets me at least some amount of damage on its own. To everything. The poor Laser Cat Girls was not expecting the pound to just show up today. They don't sound happy about it. But yeah, so after a couple months of dealing with them and some other dog owners, it was just kind of like, nope, I'm a cat guy now. Let's see, more summon damage, more summon damage. Also, kind of on the bad dog owner side of things, when we lived in Kansas, summon damage... Oh, we definitely want that. When we lived in Kansas, we were at a pretty nice apartment complex, all things considered, but... let's see... Yeah, I want to get this, it's just the quality is bad. I should get one more spell. Let's do an alteration, see if I can find one. Same thing with the power. I mean, I could do this. I'll have to banish it. Because I don't actually want that power to get upgrades. Hopefully we get the fates to show up and actually get me some level of powerage. Force, give it some extra range, absolutely. Attack speed, attack area, attack damage. I'll just go for the area so I'm more likely to hit things. I don't need to do that much damage. There we go. This guy is worth it. So there's the Ravens of Pestilence. I think we just pick it up. And I'm actually going to go for the expert offers more than anything else. Because the experience per second is nice, but it's meaningless if I'm only being offered garbage. Maybe. That one's tough. Boy, the dog storm works though. We do also, we want to get the frost damage bonus. If an enemy is immobilized, we want it to be able to effectively double their damage. My pooches must feed, and they prefer a static target. Okay, what else we got? Right, I never finished the Kansas thing. So, lived in Kansas, nice apartment complex, but kind of towards the end of us living there, I don't know if it was either a lot of dog owners had moved in, or if a lot of dog owners had figured out it was a really good place to walk, because it had this lovely walking path. It was about like maybe 1.5 miles long. Oh my god, they're just devouring him. Right, I was going to boost the difficulty, whatever. We're here for talent points, and unfortunately, scaling up difficulty does not increase the amount of talent points we get, but it's still twice as much as Act 1, so it's still worth it. Let's see. Dash, recharge, speed, or cooldown. I don't think cooldown really affects anything that we do. Do we go for the Ravens? I think I'm actually gonna banish the Soul Stealers. We just want them so that they apply Curse. We don't want anything else necessarily. Yeah, so a bunch of dog walkers or dog owners were effectively walking this lovely trail around the outside of the apartment complex and just leaving their poop everywhere. So like, you couldn't go a solid 5 feet without seeing dog poop, and no one was cleaning it up. I'm probably gonna go for the heal on level up. I think the regen might somewhat be better, but it's really hard to say. And like the apartment complex was trying to like threaten people into dealing with it, and was like actually putting together a dog poop DNA database. So like if they found poop that belonged to a resident, like oops, that's a big fee, but what I really want is the skeletons. Master level skeletons right about now would be banger good. Oh well. If it shows up, if it shows up, it shows up. We've already got like a decent chunk of the build that I wanted. It just can go so much further.
Isn't ice?
More dogs. Oh, I was gonna banish Frostring, wasn't I? Next time we get the chance. And like even nowadays, I live near a nice trail and I go walking and there's like 2 or 3 bags just kind of over the course of a 3-mile stretch. And it's a different bag every day, and it's gross, and it's just like, clean up after your pets, clean up after your kids, don't be messy people. Other people live here. Cripes. And so, yeah, every once in a while I see somebody's, like, cat outdoors, and I'm like, I don't know if that should be outside unattended, but it is so much rarer. I like people who are responsible for their things. Let's see, does luck change a dang thing on this build? Not really, no. Let's re-roll, see if I can get something better. Go for that. The problem is, the fates are so much better if you're rolling a, was there not something that... There was something down here. The fates are so much better if you're going for a projectile build. They don't do much for... Oh, that was not worth the trip. Fates are so much better if you are going for a projectile build than a melee one. Unless you're going for luck, then the fates are good again. But this is not a luck build. This is a weird build. I mean, it's mostly just Dog Storm. I forget what this one does. That's not projectiles. That's a spell? Sick. Oh shit, cooldown reduction would be amazing on the summoner. I guess I'm gonna go for the strike projectiles, because what else am I gonna do? Do I get time field? Sure. I saw some people talking about time field being incredible. With the right, like, cast size bonuses and whatnot. Let's actually go for fortune. I haven't had to worry too much about health here, which is good, but having some extra regen probably is a good idea. Or not regen, health drops? Okay, Frost Wolves. Let's see. Yeah, there's also Shatter, which is not a bad idea, but Frost Wolves at maximum. I think I'm gonna banish it, though. Cast Duration, but no. Energy missiles, but no. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna go for fortune. Didn't mean to, but we're here. Yeah, so if I can actually reduce my cooldowns by a bunch, that is something to keep in mind for doing this build in the future, is that time thing is a spell and can be reduced in cooldown. So it's one of those where, boy, if you could even get that down by like half. Why? If you can get that down by half, that is a weird and goofy way.
Time is...
Strike duration increased. Nah, it doesn't really do much. Guess I'll just keep going force. Force is actually kind of good. Something hit him for 4,000. Oh, I think it's just the dogs. Screw it. I'm just picking up energy missiles. We don't really need... I was gonna wait for the sickles, but it really doesn't help me too much. Go for that cooldown reduction, because that now makes it so this has a... It's maybe not affected. Or we have no cooldown reduction to begin with. Unfortunately, it's one of those that is literally not listed. Sucks. It's fine. I mean, yeah, I'll grab Temporal Lord. It is still probably on the low level of things that I'd pick up, because I'm probably not going to use it. But it does feel like once you start getting the legendary god boons, it's like, yeah, this actually has some pretty good legs and we'll probably win. Okay. It's also one of those that, for the most part, I don't even need to be attacking. I guess I can turn on auto attack in retrospect. So we only attack things that are up close and personal to me. Then otherwise I can actually just kind of chill. And sleepy. I don't know, I'm really bad at sleep. It's one of those where it's like, a lot of times, I can go back to sleep easy. I used to have really bad insomnia. Let's see. Status effects do more damage. We don't really do much. Whenever you kill an elite or boss, frozen or chill immune enemy, there's a chance it drops an additional item. But I don't think I've run into anything. You gain attack damage for each immobilized enemy. Actually, all of these are bad. I probably should have kept re-rolling. Should maybe even ban that. It's like, I do plenty of damage. I'll grant that, but it's not the build. Also, thinking about it now, I probably should be mostly going vertical when I'm searching for shrines, because I have a much wider monitor. I wonder if you have an ultra-wide monitor. You know what? I can only imagine this game doesn't support ultra-wide, but if you did have an ultra-wide monitor, I bet it would give you a really unfair edge. Because you could go up a little bit and see at least like 2 or 3 shrines just due to sheer mass.
Huh?
Yeah, I was really hoping I could get the necromancy as well. We could re-roll a couple of times. But I guess I'll just work on the ravens. It's one of those where it doesn't really matter, but I was just hoping for it because, like, Skelehorde on top of everything else would be pretty juicy. I'm glad I waited. There is influence. You know what this game desperately needs, in my opinion? The ability to lock an upgrade. Like to say, hey, I'm gonna want this next level up, please keep it. I realize that would be extremely strong in its own way. Just heal fully. That both of those I think are meaningless for me, but... Okay, damage, area, or duration. I think we want duration. Duration increases the length that my Skeleboys stick around. Okay, we actually need to care a little bit. Enemies age. Or your summons last longer. Shoot. This one's really good, but not for this build. We didn't go fire. I think next time we do this, I will go for a fire death time. Anyway, we're gonna go for Taste of Time because now they just have gnarly degeneration. Okay, so where were we at? I might as well turn off auto attack. What is this one? Cast, gain the ability. None of these are that helpful, so I guess I'll go for the Divine Wings just because. The extra movement speed is nice. Boy, I cannot believe how fast we killed the Insect Queen there. I think this is my favorite part of any Bullet Heaven, roguelite, really, is the point where you have been kind of grinding it out a little bit for a while. You know, things are kind of difficult, and you're having some trouble. And then eventually you start hitting that kind of threshold where it's like, actually, no, this is starting to get silly. The builds are starting to click. The meta progression is starting to really make a difference here. And where you might previously have been having some trouble here and there, now it's just cakewalk. It's Cake Town and it's fun.
Send him.
Okay. I think we don't want anything else. What? Oh, Frost Ring level 2. Let me get rid of that. Force Deadlock. Let's just go Summons Last Longer. Even 44% is going to make a difference here. I could wait for a better rarity on that one, but it's unlikely. I do think I'm going to try and keep an eye out for things that increase my master quality upgrades. Because we've been sitting at a 10% for a while. That seems to be kind of the default for... Let's see, status effects last longer. I like these. Shatter? Shatter. Let's go with that. So now everything dies at a 13% HP threshold. Let's see. So what was I going to say? But yeah, it just feels like some of these builds are starting to click in a really good way. And the theory crafting, it's fun to see it pay off. I mean, you guys saw there's a couple of episodes where I was really struggling to kind of get the win that I wanted. And now it's like the dog storm finds one of these guys. Unfortunately, I think they're currently distracted by this one, so I'll see if I can slow them down. But as soon as they get their teeth on him, it's just gone. Nothing can survive it, and it's great. Let's see. Let's just do summons, do more damage. It's only 13%, but I'll take it. And you know what? I can pop this open. The problem is, like, the loot isn't good, but yeah, that's what I wanted to mess around with the dog storm. And we don't even have the damage booster. Let's see. Necromancy. So that skeleton lifetime does not actually get that much better, but the damage is good. I don't know. At some point, I will have to go for like a. Oh. Okay, let's finish this run up. I got a new neighbor. He had a wine shelf and needed some help carrying it upstairs. Let's see. Thaw. Oh no, immobilized enemies take more damage. Even 70%, that's a huge damage boost to the dog storm. And the skeletons. I gotta get my breath back. But yeah, getting a wine shelf, and it is a pretty chunky wine shelf since I'm out of breath. Just carrying it indoors. Which means I really should probably up my gym game at some point. I've been kind of sedentary for the last couple of years. Mostly owing to the fact that I haven't had a gym, and also because don't want to get COVID. Let's see how this thing... Oh my gosh. Dogstorm just says no. There was a cat. It leapt into their midst and did not last. I think the other thing, the other big benefit to a summon build is going all in on movement speed. They're losing a lot of damage here just traversing the map. I bet if or not summon damage, summon movement speed. I bet if they were fast enough that they could actually just instantly reach them.
Need a sickle to face the side?
Half the time, I bet it would work really well. I think at this point the extra summon damage overall is probably going to be better. Each of those dogs is hitting for at least 500, give or take. The ravens, I love the idea of them. I think part of the problem is that, like, if I want to max out each and every one of these summons, that's like most of my levels. It's part of the reason why I kind of wish summons would cap at either a lower level. Let's see, summon duration more? Absolutely. I wish things would cap at a lower level. Or that you gain more levels. But I think lower caps would make sense. Because as it stands, you can max out 4 upgrades. If the cap was 5 and it scaled somewhat accordingly... let's see. Now let's reroll. You know what? I have all of these alterations. I'm going to use them instead. Summons last longer. How long do my skeletons last for now? Necromancy. Over a minute. That explains why I have so many of them. Let's see. What was I going to say? As it stands, you can max out 4.5 powers. Obviously, you're going to be mixing and matching a lot more than that. If the cap was 5, you'd be maxing out 8. Now, obviously, they'd have to scale lower, but that's where cool things like, I don't know, maybe if some powers actually just gave a passive bonus. Like, Diablo 2 had this specifically, where if you had, like, Firebolt, it would give a synergy bonus to Fireball. I think this would actually benefit greatly from that kind of system, where you are spreading out a little bit more, but it's all funneling into, like, 1 or 2 things as kind of like a I have to pick that up. Its name is Bro, and that feels like I need it. I don't know what Bro is about, but I can't say no. Yeah, we're going to be taking some damage here, but not nearly as much. Let's see. More necromancy? Absolutely. What's their duration now? Minute and a half. It's why I would like to do a run where we kind of, status effects do more damage, but I think I'll go for the ice attack, even if I'm not using it. Mobilized enemies take more damage. That's a big bonus in and of itself. Back here, sir. You cannot toss bombs at me. I am healing really fast, and I don't think any of it is from regen. Yeah. It is all those hearts. Damage area duration. What are they up to now? 94 seconds. It's still really good. Okay. Let's just... Who wins? One static Scotty and her dog Storm? Or a Ginny boy? Scotty, by far. Cripes. I'm very glad that you cannot get killed after you've killed the boss. In fact, we're actually back up to full health, because why not? That's a dang good run. Okay, before I close everything, let's take a look at this. So, DPS-wise, Taste of Time actually very much did more than Dogstorm. Unsurprisingly. Dogstorm, 1.5 million damage, and everything else actually wasn't very high. Partly because we're not on the highest difficulty level. We'll get up there. But yeah, Necromancy, not even close to Dogstorm levels of oomph. Chilling Attack, obviously I wasn't using it. Soul Stealers were, of course, kind of mediocre. Ravens of Pestilence, not very good. Yeah, I'll try the Necromancy build at some point, just because that can scale wildly out of control. But it does feel like Dogstorm is probably the way to go. So what else do we get? I guess put a point in luck. Deal more damage to skeletons. Oh, that's fun. Get the wolf. And then probably 2 into Spirited Warp. There we go. Wolf has increased movement speed. Your attack hits refresh non-stun statuses. Ooh. At some point I will have to re-roll Scotty as a mega stat attacker. I think the only immediate problem with that is, yeah, only attack hits. It makes sense, but that's rough. Deal more damage and last longer. That 30%, no, I bet you could do it. I bet you could do some really gnarly status effects abilities. Let's see. Your attacks have a chance to apply every status effect at 12%. Chance to lifesteal, random skill, gets a level up. Another wolf fights beside you. The thing is, Wanderer is still probably better. That's effectively an extra... What? I mean, 33% more levels just across the board? Obviously, it upgrades the things that you got, but that's still really good. Okay, what is Bro? Your master offers are increased for every common item equipped. Huh. Chance of being blessed by the fates increased. Some of these are... Wait, no. We might as well buy that back just for the sake of... interesting. Okay, Needle. Big damage, attack range. It's worth it. It does lose that strike area, which was helping, but the flat damage bonus is too good. Okay, what else do we have? I think most of these aren't worth considering. No. Yeah, we just want to keep Bro and the Fate Stone around. So what does he have on offer? Strike crit chance, strike projectile count. That is actually really good. I'll buy it, I just don't know who for. Heavy Luck Greaves. Same amount of armor. More movement speed. Not as good on dash. But I think that might actually be really good. Cast duration. But no, it's cast cooldown. That's the one I really want. Somewhat. Let's see, what else do we have? Okay. Damage to barriers and bosses. Projectile velocity. Cast projectile count. I think that's better. It's less damage. But the cast projectile count feels like that has to be obscene in the right hands with the right build. I'll have to think on that one. Oh, that'd be really good with a lot of them. All right, for now though, thank you all so much for watching. Wait, no. This ain't the end of the episode. I got one more, probably.